The last thing we have to do now is to gather all the information we've put into AIMMS so far, all the sets, parameters, variables, and constraints into something which is a mathematical program, which is all we have here. And we need to tell AIMMS that we want to minimize this Z we created, which we called total transportation cost, and to use all variables and all constraints. And the way to do that is if we go to AIMMS, we go and press this button, insert identifier, we get this menu where we have all identifiers we can include in our model, and we are going to use this mathematical program. We click on OK, and we're going to call it min transport cost. And what we're going to write here is, first we want to the objective, we're going to type the objective, which is the variable we want to maximize or minimize. In our case, is the total transport cost. I use the wizard here, although we would have just typed it directly. One thing that is relevant is that when I create this variable, I didn't say anything, but I left this range as free, because the variable that is part of the objective of the mathematical program should be a free scalar variable. First, it's free. This is something that AIMMS required from us when defining the variable. And second, I'm going to divide it. The second, it's a scalar variable, so we didn't put any index domain, because obviously this is a scalar value. It's a single value. It's the total cost. It's not a matrix or an array. Okay, so this is the variable we're going to minimize. That's why the direction is set to minimize. We could change that to maximize if we were interested in that in that direction in a different example. And we're using all constraints, those we have written here, and all variables we've written so far. Okay, and there we are. This is the mathematical program where we combine all together in an element, in an identifier, which we will use in a procedure in the next step.